Here I'm using a click marker signal whenever Boots puts her ears forward. That's our hot behavior of the moment. The click is a marker signal that tells the horse that what he's just done is what I'd like him to do and that a reward is coming very soon. Here's my verbal signal, whoa, just as I ask her to wait while I go through the curtain, and then a verbal walk on signal when I want her to come through. Another example, I'm needing her to whoa about here, and then we have to wait 5 seconds in the whoa, and then I'm going to ask her to back up. So there's a verbal back and back and back and back, and then another whoa, because she only was supposed to back exactly 5 steps. And for trailer loading, I've got a verbal load up, which is fairly distinctive. Another example, whoa. I found it very helpful to have a verbal warning signal. For example, this one, which means no grass at the moment. Ah! As a conditioned response, so I don't need to use the rope. The mat is the most useful of environmental signals because the horse knows when it comes to the mat, gets to stand on his mat, gets a click and a treat, and then we can teach him to have all sorts of things done while he's standing on his mat. Other sorts of obstacles signal to the horse that he's going to need to realign his balance, and we can combine environmental signals. He's got to move himself over there and onto the mat. So 2 things in one hit. Mats give the horse a sense of destination. Here I'm using a fence on the far side, rails between me and the horse to make it much easier to teach and learn things like backing and walking on. Here I've just got 1 rail to encourage straightness. The obstacle shape signals to the horse the flexion and the balance that he's going to need to negotiate that obstacle, whether it's a jump or anything else. A round pen sets an interesting environmental boundary. We can use it to play with the horse's energy and to build flexion. The outside of the round pen gives a different boundary perspective. And again, we can use it to build the positive habits we'd like the horse to have. Here's another example of how relating a behavior to a marker can help build lovely habits. If we set out markers in a circle and ask the horse to halt at each marker, he'll soon begin to organize his body so he can halt smoothly at each one. When Boots does her bow, I know that she's ready to engage in some sort of interaction. When she volunteers her pole flexion as we're walking along on the road, I know she's okay being with me. She doesn't have to scan the horizon. Here she's clearly sending me the signal, I'm done, I want to go get a drink now. When she's been worried or distracted, the smile says, I'm okay to carry on with what you want to do.